That was
the most
a wimpy
in-sync
one.
we've ever been on.
That was the most wimpy clap I've ever done.
You know what's funny? It's great to hear you say that, Ryan, because that's not the first time you've ever claimed that on this show.
On my end, it's always like when I say that, it was perfectly in sync.
Okay.
But there's a delay on Discord. Everybody received the audio slightly different, so it might not have been in sync for y'all, but it was for me. I like how that just doesn't even come in the podcast, so he's laughing.
No,
It does.
It very much does. That is the second week our listeners were hit with
It
that.
does.
Dude, we should just put random flashbangs throughout the podcast. They'll never see it come.
Let's not do that. See, I should have never told Kyle that all of that goes across the podcast, because now he's just
I know it does.
Yeah,
I know it does because I watch my Audacity recording live.
That's actually pretty funny. All right.
Oh Lord!
I also
because
don't know how
I
much
chose
time
my
I have.
output properly.
Well, this is the Joystick Junkies. This is you guys know by now. This is what, episode 24. Like, come on now.
I just have a button. I don't need a soundboard. I just have a bro button.
Let's get
You
into
say
it.
Joystick Junkies like this.
All right,
A little
and then
tiny
the
little
intro,
piece.
and then the intro plays. Yada, yada. I am
By the
gonna
way, I
put
don't
you
know.
flicking that nubbin in the middle. Just going.
Oh yeah,
All right, you guys ready?
just a little.
Hello, everyone. This is Caleb Boudreau. I'm the editor-in-chief of AnExtraordinaryLife.online, and as always, on Wednesdays, this is Joystick Junkies. So we have with us Kyle. Kyle, how you
Hey,
doing?
how are you?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
Wait a minute.
How you doing? How's life?
It could be better. I cleaned up my room.
Oh, it looks nice.
Don't look over there.
Looks like you just
look
put
over
half
there.
of the stuff on your nightstand.
That's always been there. That's random like tools and shit. Like here, you want to know how cluttered my room is? Without even really getting up. Voltmeter. Oh wait, even better. Second voltmeter.
Wow.
Lord. And
I
we
have
also
tools
have
all over the place.
we also have Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan, or Release Raider on YouTube, which I'm currently not posting to, but hi.
How are you doing in life, Ryan?
Bitch.
Pretty good. Today's been kind of a
Bitch.
chaotic day. I didn't know flights could get delayed because of extreme heat, but that's something I learned today, because that's why her flight got delayed.
Yeah, it's air pressure.
Yeah, well, it's the lack of pilots, probably, but they just said, too hot, can't fly.
Yeah.
No,
well,
like
I mean-
legitimately hot and cold air have different air
Yeah.
pressures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Plus the turbines don't like hot air.
No. If you think your CPU gets hot, just about fucking imagine how hot them jet engines are.
Oh,
You should go into one
yeah.
and find out.
So, oh my
Where's
god.
my camera? There we go.
You know, there actually used to be a tradition. I forgot what Asian country it was. There were 2 flights that went down because people tossed rocks into the turbines for good luck before the flight. Yeah.
I can't even, like... What? This is the first I've ever heard of that.
I
Why-
forgot where it was, but yeah, they're like, good luck. Yeah.
Okay.
But let's start it out with Baldurs Gate 3. We have a super nerd in here, Ryan.
Not
So
really
let's go
super
ahead and tell us a little bit about fucking a bear, Ryan.
What?
You can fuck a bear in that game, so tell us about fucking a bear.
It seems like you know more about the game than I do.
You're the only one that played it.
Well, during my playthrough today, I walked into a what I
So
thought
there are
was
all kinds.
a completely empty farm. There was I walked
hit the
into-
wrong button.
I walked into 2 ogres just going at it. I wanted to get some loot, and I was scarred. So there's that. But the game's interesting. What you call it, a CRPG? I don't exactly know what that means.
So CRPG is computer RPG. So like the isometric, like original Fallouts.
Okay. Okay.
What's that? Disco Elysium.
Is that good?
Think from what I hear, Disco Elysium is fantastic, but, and there's a big but, from what I hear, this could all be hearsay, but from what I've heard, the publisher fucked over the developer, and the developer no longer gets profit from the game. So if you buy it legitimately, you're only benefiting the publisher. You're not benefiting the developers at all.
Well, that's the kind of thing I would just play on Game Pass. I've actually been putting a lot of time into Game Pass games. Like, I played Unpacking on my ROG Ally because that can access Game Pass on, like, the Steam Deck. It's just like a little puzzle game where you just unpack boxes. Oh, you can access it on the Steam Deck, but you have to.
Because I have it. I have it set up.
You have to tinker, and a lot of people just don't want to. So
no, there's a program that does it automatically for you now.
Okay, now
I
is the
forget
key
what
word in
it's
that
called.
sentence. That wasn't there when I got my Steam Deck.
All right, so since we know that Ryan is an Asus shill here, what do you guys suggest me get eventually? The ROG Ally or the Steam Deck? Ryan, go.
So I think it depends on what you would play. The Steam Deck is more comfortable to hold by a long shot than the Ally is, but the Ally is more powerful. So if you're going to play more demanding games, I say get an Ally. But if you don't mind tinkering, which I know you probably don't, you can slap Game Pass on there pretty easily. You can get Windows on there if you wanted to, slap an SD card into it, expand your storage. The Steam Deck is just much more stable. Like, the experience on the deck is much better because you don't have to fuck with Windows. You just boot it up and then you can just play whatever you want.
Yeah, because it's a console. It's not a handheld PC.
I will admit that Windows is both the best and the worst feature of the ROG Ally.
Yeah, because my take is, Caleb, how well do you know Linux?
I'm trying to get together a home lab so I can play around with it, with VMs and stuff, but I don't know it very well.
So the reason why I went with Steam Deck over the Ally, first it was Steam Deck I bought in Q3 of its production phase. So
Ally wasn't even out,
but I also knew Linux very well, and I kind of wanted just a computer that I can tinker with on Linux that's not my Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Because my Pi runs my printer. I don't want to mess with that. So now I have another computer that I can just screw in Linux and whatever it is. Now it is Arch. I'm not a big fan of Arch personally.
See,
but
I've thought about this old beauty right here. It's an i7
to grab my Steam Deck.
Right. It's an i7 4700K.
Come here.
We were pretty sure that the motherboard died. But the more I'm thinking about the symptoms, these are all 8 gig sticks of DDR3.
Gross.
Right? I'm honestly thinking one of the sticks are dead. So I'm going to hit it with OCCT, like per stick to see if it's the sticks. But I'm thinking about using that as just a stupid, like, VM play around home lab test.
Yeah,
like, buy a cheap ass server case and just go at it.
Ryan, speaking of Steam Deck, when I'm over there Tuesday, you want me to install those joysticks for you? Or have I already done that? I don't remember.
I don't even know where they are anymore, dude.
You might want to find them, because I'll be there on Tuesday.
So long. I haven't even thought about that.
For everybody who doesn't know, please explain that story.
So
Kyle,
Kyle, so like, hey, like, dude, you should buy these joysticks for your Steam Deck, and
that's what I have in mind.
I didn't want to because I wanted to throw that money at something else. And when I had the money to do it again, I bought the joysticks, and Kyle was like, "Yeah, I'll come over and do it next week." And then it became next week, and then it became next week, and then he just stopped even offering to come over and do it. And I forgot
the next
about
thing
it.
you know,
like it's been almost like 6 months at this point.
The main reason why I just didn't come over is because I got a new schedule at work, like
That's
multiple
fair.
times.
That's fair. Like, I'm not mad at you. I completely forgot about it, to be honest, until you said that.
No, but I mean, what I normally run with my Steam Deck is my Steam Deck and my old AirPods. That's all I carry with me. because these work great on Linux. Ryan, you know how bad AirPods work on Windows, right?
Yeah, because I have used them with my
Wait,
Ally before.
why do they work bad? My AirPod. Well, it could just be for
It's Bluetooth.
our. Well, yeah, but my AirPod Pros work perfectly fine. I don't
No,
know if
I'm
it's the
talking about
Pros or.
I'm talking about the old ones.
Yeah,
the
that's
Okay.
what I
Pro.
have.
So is it just
Yeah.
because it's the older model, or you haven't tested any new
it's
ones?
Windows and how they handle Bluetooth for audio. I hate using Bluetooth for audio.
Gotcha.
Because whenever there's a pair of headphones that have a microphone, you gotta fart with the configuration to make it not use it as a headset, so the audio actually sounds good.
Gotcha.
So
With
you
Linux,
know-
it's a simple disable, and it will never re-enable with Bluetooth.
Like, it's kind of like when you're using an iPhone and you're on a call with somebody and watching a video, and the quality of the audio from that video while you're on your phone call is pretty shit.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like unless you tinker with it.
Yeah, it'll default to that without you going in and manually changing it every single time to
It's really
use
annoying.
headphones, not headset.
Interesting. Okay, see, I never noticed.
I've had that problem with all of my Bluetooth headphones.
I never noticed, probably because like the only time I use it is if I'm waiting on a part in like a back office and I'm just sitting there playing games, like killing time, waiting for this part to come in. So I just pop in my AirPods, or I have the is it on camera? It is not on camera. But up here I have the SteelSeries, the Cyberpunk headset.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
That is
I
my
forgot that even came out.
that is my travel headset that I keep with me at work for either testing out the audio on machines or
this is my travel headset.
the
This is my
DualSense.
travel headset.
Yeah,
Well, with
you
I need to
those-
get a nice pair. Do
When
what?
did you get the DualSense? I didn't know about that.
I've had that for a while.
Damn. Are they as
Before
cool?
the Edge controller came out.
Are they as cool as dude, the Edge controller? I also forgot that existed. Isn't Sony coming out with like in-ear headphones or something like that soon?
Yeah.
It's for their headset.
Yeah.
Well, they're also coming out with an adaptive controller finally.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Yeah, Microsoft's
finally.
had that for years.
Yeah,
Now, I mean, for Sony, there's been people in the modding scene that have done it.
yeah. So,
Oops.
I want to talk more about hardware and stuff.
Yeah, let's do the hardware episode.
I
Did you
want to
guys-
just give a conclusion on Baldur's Gate 3 and say a good game, fun. Never played a CRPG before, but enjoyable.
Let me turn off.
Yeah,
face
there
tracking
for some
so it stops
people there are
moving.
some CRPGs that just like pull them into the genre. For the guys at No Clip, it was Disco Elysium. So I guess
I've never had fun
Well,
with
I've
those
never
kind of
played a
games.
CRPG.
See, neither
before.
have I.
Yeah,
like
I've never even given one a try, but this one, all the positive reception, and like you said, Elden Ring had this all too, which is true. Elden Ring, the reason I got into it, it was my first FromSoft game. I'd never played any Dark Souls before, but hearing all the praise it got for being like a black sheep in the gaming industry, where everybody's over monetizing, adding paid DLC, adding microtransactions, battle passes, day one patches that are like 80 gigabytes on top of a $100 gigabyte game, all this stuff. Baldur's Gate 3 is just an actual complete game with no BS. There is a deluxe edition, but you don't have to buy it. It's $60, not $70, and it's more content than most games that have come out this year.
yeah,
And it's just like a really good deal. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to support these developers for not being assholes like most AAA developers these days.
fair.
And I didn't know if I would really, really like it or not, but it's actually the choices you make actually have consequences. Isn't
Yeah, I
that crazy
heard
in an
that-
RPG? Like your choices have consequences.
Right. I heard that
Yeah.
there's
Not
actually
just a
like
1-2 path.
right. I heard that there's actually like close to 1,000 endings or some crazy shit like that.
Every single decision you make at every single point in the game, you'll just see a little like dialogue box if you're traveling with companions, and it'll be like Shadowheart approves or Shadowheart disapproves or whatever. And like it's also kind of like D&D where you can roll a d20 to like try to read somebody's mind, or roll a d20 to try to like intimidate somebody so you can get through an area without a fight.
Yeah. Well, my problem with RPGs, like I have bought The Witcher 3 so many fucking times trying to just play it, right? Bought it on
Yeah.
the Switch, bought it on PC, bought it on Xbox, but for some reason, for me, it is too open ending. Hell, I even have the fucking I even have the fucking collector's edition strategy guide for the complete edition whenever that came out.
Boo.
But fucking Kyle. But like with RPGs, if they're too open, like I enjoyed Skyrim and Fallout to an extent because they were kind of watered down RPGs. But like if they're too open-ended where like doing a side quest will run you off the rails to another side quest and then another side quest and you get too far off, I end up losing interest. You know? And with Fallout and Elder Scrolls, I eventually lost interest, but it's one of those games like those and The Sims for me. If I start playing it, that's all I want to play. Like I don't want to play any other kind of game, but until I force myself to play it, I won't. You know, like I don't get the urge
by the choice and the amount of time you have to sink into. Is it the time or the overwhelming choice? With like Baldur's Gate 3, over 1,000 endings, so like you have to really think about every decision you make unless you're a save hog, and if you're a save hog, you're not playing the game if you just quick load after every bad decision you make. Like,
yeah, well, it's probably a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Because like God of War doesn't exactly have, like, it has RPG elements, but it doesn't really have
it's literally not
decisions.
An RPG. It's like an action adventure.
I think
on rails RPG is what I would describe it as.
Yeah, so far I think the only RPG other than the FromSoft games, because they don't really have decisions, are the Bethesda RPGs. And I think it's because they're so watered down and don't have that much choice that it's easy to just, okay, yeah, that's fine, just go to this next one, you know?
Well, and
but even
with Bethesda games, they're just super immersive as well, and I think that helps.
Even with what was the name of that game? The Outer Worlds. I was
not a fan of it.
Yeah, I loved Fallout New
It's on my
Vegas.
backlog.
Fantastic game. But for some reason the Outer Worlds, I love the concept, but
I couldn't sit down and play it.
I thought you were talking about the Outer Wilds. I hate that those two games are so similarly
right?
named.
And they
Outer
came out
Worlds,
right next to each other too.
Yeah, Outer Worlds
they did?
was very, very, very just And I don't think it was a bad game. I just think that I don't know if it was the art style. I don't know if it was like a combination of the gameplay, art style, and just how it performed poorly on PC when it initially came out. But like, I could not get sucked into that world like I could get sucked into like Baldur's Gate or into Skyrim.
Yeah,
I'm playing Skyrim again with 1,600 mods. I'm still in that playthrough, and there's so much to do. I've been playing that since we started the podcast, and I'm not done yet. Because like there's so much added on content. But
yeah, see, for me, I started playing it on PS4, but I enjoyed what I played. I love the concept of capitalism going wild, which all Fallout games have. But like capitalism going wild in Outer Worlds is like, hey, guess what? You're here because this company signed a contract with your parents, and we own you for the next 3,000 years. So fuck you. You know, like it's an interesting concept. You know, you taking down this corporation that just treats you like shit, and it's awesome. But I just couldn't get into it.
So was it the parody and how heavily they leaned into the parody of capitalism that you didn't like with the Outer Worlds? Is that
so? It wasn't anything about the world. Like. No. It wasn't anything about the world that I didn't like. It was the same problem with The Witcher. Like, part of it was a little too open-ended, and it just didn't pull me in for how open-ended it was. Like, if there's a scale, like, you know, the jokingly hot to crazy ratio, like if you're this hot, or if you're this crazy, you have to be a certain level of hot. Like that everyone jokes about, but like at some point it actually does exist.
Sure.
Oh, you know damn well it exists, Ryan.
I've never heard it described as a scale, but I've experienced it. So it does
it's
exist.
It's like the fuck around find out scale, right?
Dude, I love that.
The more you fuck
did you guys see
around,
the
the more
video?
you find out.
I don't know if we can leave this in the podcast, but we're not monetized, so I don't have to worry about demonetization. But like, did you see the video I sent of the guy who just like puts his
yes
service weapon up to his chest, and he's wearing a plate, and he's like, I just want to know what it feels like when I get shot. He says gang shit and then shoots himself in the chest, and then he's like, I'm okay.
No, I love the little when he hits the ground.
Well, because his lungs just got punched. Like,
So I was going through my Steam library to look at my RPG games, and the last one that I actually enjoyed was probably the Middle-earth series.
Dude, but those weren't even...
Those are fucking good.
Which Middle-earth games?
Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Those weren't RPGs.
They're classified as RPGs on Steam.
Okay, yeah, they're classified as RPGs,
but I
those...
enjoyed that kind of game.
Tomb Raider is classified as an RPG on Steam.
Okay, to be fair, Hogwarts Legacy is also under this list.
Yeah,
And
well,
for some fucking reason, For Honor.
Hogwarts Legacy is an RPG light.
I enjoyed it. I only have like 12 and a half hours in the game.
That fucking
I need to go back and play it more.
What?
Fucking face, Ryan.
No, dude,
What?
I have games in my Steam library that I never purchased. The Elder Scrolls Arena and Morrowind. I never bought those.
I think they gave them to you for free if you owned a specific version of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Like,
But-
I also have all the old Fallouts too, like 1 and 2.
So like I was saying, like RPGs for me, there's a scale. You have, for how open-ended you are, you have to draw me in so much. Otherwise, I start going downhill and losing interest. If I'm not drawn in at all points, I just lose interest. And there's nothing wrong with the game. Like, Witcher 3, from what I played, fantastic fucking game. The combat is great. The lore is great. The way they executed it is great. But I cannot get into it and finish it. Every time I try, I just end up playing it for a couple of hours and then get into something else and never go back.
You want to know why? And this is a problem with a lot of Bethesda games too. It's that the game really doesn't open up until after the first couple of hours.
Yeah.
Like, Skyrim's not that bad, but every single time I replay Skyrim, the first thing I download is alternate start because I'm not sitting through that carriage ride again at the beginning of the game.
Well, but not even that. Like,
You're
Days
finally
Gone.
awake.
Days Gone. The fucking game doesn't really open up until like what, 5 to 6 hours into it.
I was done after like 3. I was like, I can't play it anymore.
Yeah,
See,
but once you get past that, it is beautiful. It is
It's
a fantastic fucking game.
It really is.
But like that one kept me engrossed from the jump. From the beginning, I've always wanted to figure out what's going on with this world. Why is it the way it is? Like, it just
I want to
kept
know
me
more,
there.
but they canned the sequel, and I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
beat it
Through
like
looking
2
at
years
games I've
ago,
never
and I'm just
played.
like, I want to know more. Like, what happens to them? Do they reunite? Like, what happened? And they're just like, oh, sorry, this didn't meet our sales
Wait,
figures.
does who reunite?
I don't remember exactly, but there was like the game kind of ended on a pseudo cliffhanger, right?
No.
About Deacon and his wife, about how like they had to go somewhere or do
You
something.
didn't
right?
finish it.
I did finish it. I finished it on stream. There was a little like narrative cliffhanger that they left at the very end. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like seeds planted for a sequel that never happened.
So yeah, there were seeds planted for a sequel, but it was, they were going to start anew. They were going to start their own colony, all this fun stuff. But if you want an even bigger mindfuck, okay, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't played this now 4-year-old game.
More than that.
Yeah, right. So if you finish all of the Nero sites, and you hand over all of the samples to what's its guy, the scientist that helped you find your wife, you find out that he's actually been infected the entire time, and that not only has he been infected the entire time, but his unit is the first of their kind that are freakers, but highly intelligent freakers. So, like, the virus not only mutated their strength, but their brains as well, and they're much smarter. They're like, and that was the true ending.
Huh. Well, damn it! Now I really want to see.
I told you, if you want a bigger mindfuck, they
That's like why I like the original Halo so much, because like when the game came out, they didn't know if it was ever going to get a sequel. So it ends perfectly with Master Chief flying off the ring after destroying it. The Flood, as far as we knew, defeated. The Covenant defeated. You know, it ended on a good note. They didn't need to make Halo 2, but it blew up, and then bam, Halo 2.
Well, the writer...
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. You can go, Kyle.
No, I've just been going through my Steam list of games while y'all were talking, and I just realized I have 19 hours in Wolfenstein Youngblood. I don't recall ever playing it.
We played it together.
That's pretty bad.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, here's the question. How do I have 8 more hours than you?
I have 11.7 hours.
I have 19.
I want to play that game again.
You would get on and you would grind for stuff when I wasn't on, so you would have like, good weapons.
That's right. That one is an RPG Lite, isn't it?
I don't remember playing it.
We played it together.
I know. I don't remember. I have half the achievements. I don't remember playing it at all.
I remember playing it with you.
What even is this game?
It's the Wolfenstein game that has the 2 girls in the suits.
Yeah, it's the twin sisters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still don't remember.
But just to wrap that up, the writer for the game actually left. Forced out left the company like a week or 2 after the game or before the game launched. So even if they wanted to do DLC for the game to kind of help explain that cliffhanger, it couldn't be done. He talked about it in an interview with David Jaffe like a year or 2 later.
Yeah, no, it sucks. It really bothers me when like, and the game was good. It just kind of got like slept on because it released around the same time another big Sony exclusive released. I think it might have been God of War 2018.
No,
came out around. Was it not 2018?
It was not 2018. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that it was. It wasn't that it was released next to another Sony exclusive. It was the fact that it came out to such shit reviews because people said, "Oh, it's too slow. Oh, it's too big." There were too many mechanical issues. There were too many issues overall, and people just saw that and were like, "Well, fine, fuck this. I'm not playing this shit."
Yeah, and I got it on sale on the PlayStation, and I remember saying to myself every single time I played the game, because like you have limited ammo.
Yeah.
Every single time I played the game with a controller, I'm like, I wish I could play this on keyboard and mouse, dude. I can't aim with a controller. I wish I could play this on keyboard and mouse, and I would start and I would stop because I don't like to shoot with controller. And then it came out on PC, and I beat the entire thing in like a week.
Yeah. Well, like every single person that loved or that hated the game, I let them borrow my copy like a while after. I was like, dude, just give it a shot. Just like try it past this. If you think that you're bored, force yourself to play it a little bit more. And they play it a little bit more, and they're like, okay, this is actually good. Why does it take so fucking long? But
you have to help your homie with a broken leg or whatever. Like,
yeah. Well, the writer actually said, he's like, they cut back a lot. But for the character development, all of these things had to happen. So it kind of... How much can you take out without killing the soul of the game? You know?
Yeah.
But I want to go into hardware shenanigans.
Okay.
Because as listeners may know, we are data hoarders here on Joystick Junkies. And
I don't want to talk about it.
Laughs at my entire Steam library of 400 games installed on my PC.
Laughs at my server size.
Yeah. Yeah. Western Digital capacity for their hard drives just hit 28 gigs. 28 terabytes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Capacity.
28 gigs. Yeah, my phone got more than that.
I mean, we can also go talk about Kioxia.
No. But I'm talking like mainstream, like commercially available. I'm not talking like Kioxia where you have to have like a rep, you know, not like server farm or like corporation or corporate drives. I'm talking literal order from Amazon. They fucking hit 28 terabytes a piece.
How much is this gonna be? Like
so
$400 a drive,
probably.
Probably. Let's see.
Well, I mean,
it was.
I mean,
you're talking about
$400 a
platter
drive.
drives, right? Not SSDs.
Yeah.
Yes, this is hard disk drives.
Okay, so actual spinning disk.
Yes.
Look, I don't get the hard drive.
Because I was going to say, There's like 60 terabyte SSDs that you can buy from Seagate.
Yeah, but those are also probably 3 times as much.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
And Seagate announced later this year that it was shipping samples of huge 32 terabyte hard drives using heat-assisted magnetic recording. This new kind of disk technology uses lasers to heat disk platters during writing, making it possible to store more data on a disk without it increasing its physical size.
That would be really nice just for like one Steam library drive for your not multiplayer games. Because like if you're playing a single player game, it doesn't really matter how long it takes to load. And it's Steam, so all your data's in the cloud for most of your games anyway, right? So it's not like you would risk losing saves if the drive fails.
Well, the cool thing is, like, for people like us, right? Not necessarily Ryan because he sucks at what he does, but for people like Ryan who carries like a lot of 3D models, or
You mean Kyle?
Like me? Not Ryan. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
like-
excuse me?
yeah, fuck Ryan, like
Yeah.
Kyle,
Fuck
who stores like dozens, if not hundreds, of 3D models, and me who has hours upon hours of video footage on the server here. None of it's actually stored on the workstation. All of it is fed through an RJ45, Cat 5e cable. But it's
Perfectly fine.
yeah, it's perfectly fine for what I need it
Cat 6
for.
would be better.
It would, but Cat
More
5e
expensive.
is
It's so cheap.
yeah, and it's not even that. It's my Switch is only a gigabit Switch. So Cat 5e is, because I wanted the Switch to be rack mounted, and I didn't, at the time of purchasing the whole solution, I didn't realize. I was like, oh, gigabit? Oh yeah, I don't need anything more than that. And then I look at the speed of my drives, and I'm like, look, I could have definitely fixed that. Oh god.
I've got 10 gig NICs in my server.
Yeah.
Now-
I'm jealous.
Now, the only computer that has access to that 10 gig is the actual Proxmox unit for communicating straight to our network.
Yeah.
All right, I have a
And
question.
and
about this
OPN
stuff,
sense
by
for
the way.
Wi-Fi and everything like that goes through a 10 gig NIC. So it's got fast connection there, but it's still 2.5 at all of our computers
Yeah.
that we have in our apartment. So
And then
I have
I'll
a
quick as
question, by
shit.
the way.
well, before you ask yours, I just want to get the thought out. But for something for these 28 terabyte drives, like it's incredible because my server case only has 8 bays natively, and then you can buy an expansion to add 3 more bays, plus a disk drive.
yeah, we've got 12. So
But like, the more you can get in a single case, in a single chassis, the better. You don't have to worry about it.
yeah,
So high capacity like this is just fantastic. But Ryan, what were you saying? What was your
So-
question?
So in the future, I have a goal of having some sort of like just LAN area for people to come over if they wanted to just like play some games. If I wanted to store Steam games on a server, would something like this be useful to quickly download and transfer games like between computers?
LAN
So-
cache.
Yeah, so funny you mentioned that. For the Whale LAN, Linus actually built a server specifically for what you're thinking. Steam has what's called the LAN cache feature built into it,
Yeah.
where you download your entire library to it, and then actually you probably have noticed this already because it does it between my 3 computers. If I have a game stored on my workstation, instead of downloading it from Steam, it'll transfer the files natively over the network,
Yep.
like locally, to get a faster speed. So it's
that's
essentially
cool.
the
Yeah.
same concept. That way, instead of being limited by your ISP and then its connection to the Steam servers and then
Dude, I
its
don't know
connection back,
What in the
you're just
world? Steam for me. Every other downloading platform, at like BattleNet, Epic, Xbox, everything else, this doesn't happen on. My Steam downloads, you know how you can see the little graph as it downloads? They look like a roller coaster. It goes up, it downloads super fast, it goes down, stops, goes up, downloads
What's
super
your-
fast, goes down, stop.
What's your disk usage at that point?
It's like, I don't know. I would have to set something to download.
That's not the only problem. Steam does a lot of compression for certain games. So what you're dealing with is you're downloading this compressed file, which you'll see that hike of it, and then it'll pause, and your disk usage will spike as it uncompresses it.
Okay.
And then you go to the next jump. Now, if you download a game like Cyberpunk, it's not compressed.
Yeah, what you get is what you get.
It'll just full bore across.
Okay.
But
see, I didn't know that.
There's also one other thing to put into it. Well, two. Server location. You're pretty far from the DFW server for Steam.
Okay.
And then the second thing is, oh geez, what is it? Your actual link on the network. Why is it my camera's triggering itself? It flashed blue. It's complaining. But what you're dealing with is where are you in the link of your network, and then how is it connected to your dwelling? Because you're probably on copper, and you're probably not very close you're pretty late in the chain, based on your location.
Yeah. See, but what I just don't understand is that it's just Steam. If I download a game on Epic Games, it doesn't throttle the download at all, and
Epic Games doesn't have compression.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is, because it's the same with Battle.net as well. I can download a game, and it uses my full bandwidth, and it doesn't just go up and then stop, and then go up and then stop.
I mean, I can show you right now if I wanted to. I could uninstall Cyberpunk and reinstall it. It'll be full bore 1.2
you also have
gig
really fast
download.
Internet, like.
Yeah, I'm 1 gig fiber.
Yeah, I wish. My internet here is the fastest I've ever had internet before. I'm gonna run a speed test real quick.
Yeah, what is your network?
Yeah, because and to go off of what Kyle said about the fiber, I used to sell Charette TV.
I don't even know what that is.
Direct TV. It's just shit.
Yeah.
But whenever AT&T started, like they threw their UVerse out and they just rebranded to AT&T Fiber.
I remember hearing.
That's
about
what I have.
Yeah.
That's why my connection's slow. Boop.
But
VPN.
whenever they redid it, we were selling it, and we had to learn like how all of it worked. And if you are, like Kyle said, late in the chain, if you are the later you are in the chain, the less priority you are to the hub at the road. So, let's say you're 10 out of 10. Okay, that whole chain has a total capacity of a gigabit. Okay, if links 1 through 10 or 1 through 5 are all using 20 megabit a piece. Okay, that's 100.
Yeah.
So you now are maxed out at the end of the chain at 900 gigabit, or 900
I think that might
megabit.
be pretty early in the chain though, because if it's like based on the location of the box, I'm pretty close to it.
Well,
like,
but that
my complex is like my unit is right next to the road.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It depends on how the buildings were wired. It could be
that makes sense.
Run underneath and then run back toward the box.
But then that doesn't even matter at all. It's where is that box in the chain from the actual
hub
host?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
because
think
like
there
for
is a
me
host in my city though.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It could be a single line coming down and it's forking off in 10 million different ways, and you're at the very, very end of it.
Yeah.
For me, the fiber distribution hub is like 4 miles from me. So I'm one of the first ones in the link for fiber, and we're one of the few buildings that have fiber in this complex. So, this strip of apartment complexes and buildings. So my connection is very fast. If you actually look at gaming podcast topics, I just posted my speed.
Yeah, I'm ready to see
Look at that crap. 2 millisecond ping, 5 millisecond download, 13 millisecond upload, which upload is always a little bit slower.
Yeah, my ping is 10, but my download is pretty close.
That's the problem for you. Look at the network that it's connecting to for you, and look how far away that location is from where you live.
Yeah.
Whereas mine, I have mine cropped out for safety reasons, but it's choosing...
it's not being put up. We know where you like it. It's not being put on the.
We're not going to dox ourselves.
Yeah, we're not doxing ourselves on the thing.
I can undo it. Ryan knows where I live, so
And I mean,
Yeah, look at the.
it's
one
not
right
like
besides the
I
upload.
feel. It's not like I'm going to just drive
Yeah.
all that way.
Yeah. See,
yeah,
Ryan,
that's
you
just
can
not
see the
fair.
server that it chose
Yeah.
in correlation to where I live. I know where that server is located.
For the people listening, it close compared to mine. Mine far, his close.
Yeah.
I could see it when I look out my window. That's right there. I can see the server that it's choosing.
Crazy.
Well, and not only that, but like the fiber, you were saying that makes a difference because
Oh, yeah.
fibers, instead of being like, okay, your box, okay, that you said it's right next to your building, like you're good. With fiber, it's one line from box into his apartment and back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. With copper, it's one line into your house, one line into the
it's-
next,
What I use.
one
I got
line to the next.
coax for my internet line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fiber can be
You're on
coax
copper.
as well, but it's a different kind of. They look
Yeah.
similar, don't they?
I would have paid
No,
for fiber
no, not at
if
all.
it was available at this complex, and it was not an option. I got
Yeah.
the highest
So-
internet package I could have.
Well, and that's
Right.
kind of the fucked up thing about apartment complexes, right? Because they sign exclusivity deals with ISPs, and they're like, "Hey, let's just name two of them in the last area that I lived in, Suddenlink and AT&T." Okay, if AT&T had a contract, you could not get Suddenlink, even if Suddenlink was much better a service provider in that where you were. Didn't matter. You could only get AT&T.
I did
So
not know that
here's
was a
here's
thing.
the sad thing. I knew that Ryan was on copper just by looking at his speed test.
Yep, it's the upload.
You've
No.
also been here.
It's the provider. Look at his provider.
Oh, yep,
They don't offer fiber.
yep. They
I
don't.
just,
But
I really
an
want to
easier
have like
way
a techie apartment
is-
with fast internet, dude. Like
An easier way to ask is, what is connected to your modem?
coax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What mine is it's a fiber box that converts straight to RJ45.
Yeah.
It's a little box that takes the two prongs from fiber, it plugs in and converts it to an RJ. And that's it.
Yeah, they're supposedly bringing AT&T fiber closer, but I don't know if it's gonna hit us anytime soon. But
I don't know. They made that promise for where my parents live, and they still don't have it. They have copper 1 gig, which they pay for, but it is so god-awfully slow compared to mine.
Well, let's not talk about the wonderful thing that was the U.S. government paying ISPs billions of dollars to get internet countrywide, like great internet countrywide, that was never even touched until they signed a second multi-billion-dollar deal to do it, and then now they're finally doing it.
Well, here's
Allegedly.
the bad thing. Let me just run a speed test on my cell phone real quick. On Wi-Fi.
I'll do it too. I'm gonna
Now,
just use the
I
Google
don't have Wi-Fi 6. I've been trying to get my roommate to let me buy a
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi 6 router.
6E.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm waiting for. So
was
my
Nick.
download on Wi-Fi is 131. That's how slow it is on Wi-Fi 5.
Yeah, Wi-Fi 6E is so fucking fast that
Mine's 70.
What'd you say?
My download is 70 and my
Yeah.
upload's 16.
Now, well, hold on. Am I connected to the 5 gig or the
Actually-
2.4?
It's 69.6 actually. Nice.
oh, nice. Yeah, Wi-Fi 6E is so fucking fast that literally, if I wanted to do file transfers from my bedroom on my laptop or my bedroom on Amber's PC over Wi-Fi, not even Cat 5, over Wi-Fi. There's
let's
no
do
fucking
this.
difference. There's no difference than me running Cat 5e across the house.
No, that's better. I just changed my server to the one that's right there, and it just jumped to 300.
Yeah. All right. So this is a segment we do every episode at this point. So what games are y'all playing? Still the same stuff as last week, or
Um,
Kyle, you go first.
I've been playing COD again,
Yeah, I've noticed.
but
How's the new
I'm
season?
planning. It's actually pretty good. I already beat the battle pass.
What's the new game mode with all the weird modifiers? Is
Oh,
that fun?
Havoc! That is
Yeah.
fucking horrid.
I've actually wanted
Oh,
to try
God.
it.
Tell us why it's
We
horrid.
should play it. So it's every like 10 seconds or so a new modifier pops in. It could be anything. So my least favorite is low gravity. because you can't mantle.
Boots off the ground.
Yeah, literally you jump and it just floats you across. My favorite one, or two, is on kill, you get martyrdom or a snapshot grenade. Fucking camera. I need to turn off the hand gestures.
It's not doing anything on our end.
Yeah, we don't see it.
Oh, okay. I guess it disabled. This normally turns on zoom.
Oh.
Yeah, if I do it,
Yeah,
go up. It should. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I need to turn them off. I don't use them. And then this is whiteboard, so I got to keep it at a weird angle. It's just making a V. But
So like this?
yeah, I was doing 2 earlier and it picked it up and started like freaking out. I could see the gimbal go like. But there's one that I hate, which is headshots or one tap. So someone with a pistol who just happens, you're dead. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it, but I want to get back into some of my games that I don't really have completed.
I don't want to talk about my backlog, dude. It's big.
Ryan and I need to go back and play Fear 3 again.
Ooh, I hear
That's
the Fear games are
How do you have
fantastic.
66 hours in that game, Ryan?
Because
Holy
it was the
shit.
only game that crappy laptop that I used to have could play.
Oh,
My
yeah.
introduction. So my introduction into PC gaming was a hand-me-down laptop from my mom for school. That was a Windows 8.1 touchscreen HP Legion or like something like that laptop.
We
It
both
was,
had very, very similar
It was
laptops.
not built for gaming, and I'm talking like Windows 8, where Microsoft decided to do the tiles for the start menu.
Hold
It's
up,
basically Windows Server.
I actually really liked 8. It wasn't that bad.
No,
I actually
so-
liked it. I understood what they did. I actually wanted a Windows phone instead of an iPhone at the time.
yeah, honestly, same here.
That didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I looked up. I saw that they just made a new one. It's what do they call it? It's a Microsoft Surface Duo, but
Yeah,
AT&T
that one's been
doesn't
out for a
carry it.
while.
Yeah, but AT&T
That's what
doesn't
I
fucking
hate.
carry it.
I hate that.
Like what the
No,
fuck?
But like
so
circling-
8.1 was great. I deal with it every single day at work because our
nobody
big
updates
units
their
run
stuff.
No. It's because the security of 8.1 Enterprise is top fucking notch compared to literally any other option,
Yeah.
except for Windows 10 IoT, which
Unless
we're
you're the
updating
government,
to.
you're still running Windows 7 for everything.
So you
95.
joke. You
Check.
joke.
It's true though.
I'm not gonna
DMV.
dox. I'm not gonna dox any. Well, so I'm not gonna dox any of the companies that I'm talking about here. But let's just say some financial companies strictly stay on older operating systems and older hardware because they're more stable. They only get security patches, even though Microsoft publicly says, oh, we're no longer supporting Windows 7, we're no longer supporting Windows 8, Windows Vista, whatever. They actually have contracts with certain companies to do a longer support time for security because they're a lot more stable. They're not pushing out updates that'll brick all of their units at the same time. They're not doing all of these other things.
I mean,
So it happens more times than you think. But the US government does have a thing that states the moment Microsoft drops it, any machine that's still on it is fined. So, yeah. There's a lot
Here's
of
the fun
companies
thing.
scrambling right now trying to update their
Speaking of
machines
which-
before that deadline.
we are nearing our end of 8.1 security updates, and we're scrambling to update everything to IoT or Windows 10 IoT. But the main push that we have right now is getting all of our desktops uploaded to Windows 11 Pro, which is a costly expense if you've looked at the price of Windows 11 Pro.
Oh, God.
Coming from someone who has it on 3 of their devices, I
Isn't it
am
like
crying in bankruptcy.
$150 or something per key?
170 for a company
Wow.
per license.
Oh my! And
So
that's
per-
like
yeah.
per
per PC.
machine, per employee. Like,
And
Oh, God.
I'll just throw out a ballpark: 500 employees, 2 computers per person,
money
Yeah, it's
go
pretty bad.
by.
desktop and laptop. Now the laptops don't need to be running Windows 11 Pro; they can stay on Windows 10 because, like, 9 times out of 10, it's just RDP into your desktop. But
This
it's
is why
fucking
the Linux
expensive.
community was great
Oh,
because it's fucking expensive. Nobody wants to pay for Windows anymore.
I
Speaking
have a
of-
work laptop sitting in that bottom drawer that needs to go into the office to be updated. It's still running Windows 7 Pro.
Yeah, I have my work laptop provided by my company. Have yet to turn it on in like years.
I haven't used it, but we're changing away from using our personal computers to access our desktops for security reasons.
Well, fair.
I mainly blame the parent company.
I want to circle back and answer Kyle's question about why I have 60 hours in.
Oh no, I don't care about it. It was just like a statement.
And before we do that, I want to elaborate on the whole Windows 11 Pro and how much it costs and all that. So this poor guy on, I want to say it was our build a PC or our computers. It was something like that. Poor dude.
I like how he doesn't pronounce the slash.
Install.
Reddit moment.
Fuck you.
Why are we not on Reddit? No.
Right. But he installed 128 gigs of RAM in his computer and didn't put Windows 10 Pro on it. And he was confused as to why his computer could not register more than 64 gigs.
Yeah. People don't know that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, just run a 9960E. You know what that thing is?
I've heard of it.
Let me pull it up real quick.
While he pulls that up, Ryan, I'll let you finish telling your story because you look a little depressy, lemon zesty.
Sorry, it's 9960X.
Basically, the TLDR is that my introduction into PC gaming was a crappy laptop that was a hand-me-down from my mom. And it was, as I said, Windows 8.1 touchscreen HP Pavilion laptop. And it could only run...
I thought it was Lenovo Legion.
No, it was HP Pavilion. I was wrong. Gotcha. But it only ran 3 games well because I only had like 4 games on Steam anyway. I would play DayZ on it, but it would not run. But I'm talking like Assassin's Creed 3, Fear 3, and Portal 2 were the only games that I had. And I had DayZ.
I remember playing those with you.
Yeah, because you were the one who was just like, Ryan, don't get a PS4, get a PC, get a PC, get a PC.
Yeah,
like,
no, I pushed you to PC. And then he bought a pre-built.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the hell to do.
I mean, that's good for starting out.
I didn't buy it. It was a Christmas gift.
That is true.
I mean, my brother's...
There was also that.
My brother's first PC is going to be a PC built by me. That's actually who I was telling you is getting that hard drive.
Oh, okay. The one with like 10 years of power?
No. It is 15 days away from 10 years of power.
Dude, like, I've had so many I've built computers for so many people at this point who have like seen my PC, and it's like a trickle effect from Kyle. Like, because I got into PC gaming, and then my brother was like, "Ooh, PC!" Like, even I built a PC for my grandparents. I built a PC for my mom. I
remember that one. I remember helping you with it.
I built a PC for Ace's friend Francine, for Olivia's now husband or fiance. I don't know if they got married yet, but like a lot of people in my like circle, I've built PCs for, and it's literally because of, for me, this guy down here. I don't know if he's down there.
Same for me. I mean, like, I got a lot of people into building computers. And, like, Jake every once in a while goes, hey, I have a stupid idea. Let's cram the 2 hottest things into the smallest fucking case. But he still hasn't used that computer yet. But
it's so therapeutic, though. It really is. It's like big Legos.
So, Ryan likes to build the giant computers.
I do.
I like to tell people, hey, fuck you. Let's do this. Jake's computer is this fucking big with a 7900 XTX and the 7950 X, I think.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was before the X3D came out. So
it was before the X3D came out. So it's super tiny, 64 gigs of RAM, most powerful CPU, most powerful AMD graphics card, all in something the size of a fucking shoebox.
See, I wanted to build one in one of y'all cassettes, but
why?
Just to be like, hey, what's that on the wall? Oh, nothing.
I still want to build and I've been talking about this for a long time, but like a PC inside of a non-PC enclosure, whether it be an Xbox or something. I just think
original
really
Xbox
cool.
is the best way to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Original Xbox.
It's
the easiest one to do.
Because it was literally a computer, the motherboard inside of it.
They literally have just like a hard drive.
It has an ATX standoff layout. Done.
I would want to buy a broken one, though.
I can 3D print the brackets to do it for you. Quick and simple. That's how easy it is.
Like you 3D printed
Shut
that.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Like, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Has he not sent something out to you that he said he was going to send? I remember y'all talking about
found
this.
it, by the way. It's sitting in one of the drawers over there.
Multiple fucking things.
Hey, it's just like the
Send me your address
joysticks
again, I'll
on my
ship 'em.
Steam Deck, right, Kyle?
Yeah, hey, Caleb, shoot me your address again and I'll ship it to you.
You got it.
I'll have to rework the logo, though.
Ooh, I got
That's fine.
I got a dip.
But,
dip.
all right, well, hold on. Not yet. Real quick.
Ryan, give us like 5 minutes. We'll be done.
Yeah.
I just texted my dad. Just wait in the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, I was so worried because, remember, I hit my graphics card with the OCCT. I was really worried because the glass got stupid fucking hot.
That happens.
Fans never fucking turn on.
Ooh.
No, it's a hybrid card. If the card never gets hot enough, the fans don't turn on. So it never gets over like
Hey,
60
I
degrees.
like how quiet my 4080 is.
Yeah.
It's got the 4090 cooler. It never turns on.
Yeah.
The
And then there's
CPU
me.
full fucking bore all the time. It's like, wah!
Yeah, there's enough airflow in it that it just doesn't need it.
Yeah,
And
same
I don't
here.
even care how loud my PC gets still because like I play with headphones on and these are noise canceling headphones that are really really noise canceling.
See this?
that's
I have to
open
worry
back.
about sound.
Yeah, so I don't. And
I
so
don't.
because of that, like I don't mind having big case with big spinny fans and all that stuff, but
See,
my graphics
My
card,
case
I don't know why,
has
but
2.
sometimes my fans spin when I'm doing nothing on my computer. Is that normal? They just like
Yeah,
spin
yeah,
up real quick?
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
I almost before
If you're doing nothing, it could just be hardware acceleration taking over
yeah.
for a quick second.
I almost before buying the Height Y60, I almost bought another server case, like a server rack case, just to build my computer in there, just to say fuck it, like just get it off my desk. But I was like, kind of like looking at it from time to time.
The
So
Height
like,
Y60 that totally arrived perfectly fine the first time you got it shipped.
HP Omen case go burr.
Literally, somebody bought that case, ripped
Yeah.
their pre-built out of their pre-built case, put their PC in that system, and shipped back the pre-built.
And
case.
this is why you buy on Amazon, Caleb.
But dude,
I bought on Amazon, you bitch.
but the thing is, the Amazon workers, even if they're not skilled with components, they should have the brain cells to look at the case, look at the
Oh no
box,
no no no!
realize it's
They
not-
don't
You
open
don't
the box.
understand. No. They did open the box. They
they did.
opened the box, shipped it back to iBuyPower. iBuyPower then filled out 2 forms.
Okay,
And
I gotta go.
All right,
Yeah,
just
let
put up,
him go.
Just
We'll
put up
continue.
the thing, yeah.
Oh, that works.
So iBuyPower filled out 2
Bye, guys.
separate
Thank you for watching
forms.
the Joystick Junkies podcast.
Put out 2 separate forms and was like, "Hey, this isn't our shit. Like, take your shit back. This isn't ours. We're not paying for this." And shipped it back to Amazon. And Amazon's like, "Oh, well, they shipped it back. It should be good. Ship it out to me."
Muy bueno.
Still had the fucking forms in it saying this isn't our shit,
Oh my god.
and sending it back to
No,
Amazon.
I'm still waiting on my cable to come in.
I'm not. I just haven't had time to fucking put it in. It's
I need to check the tracking on it, actually.
it's right here.
Do I
But,
still have the tab open?
like I said,
No, I don't.
it
You
wasn't
bitch.
even this.
Yeah, I know.
It was a fucking
hey,
driver.
Hey, we did do a DDU, though, so that's not on me.
We did. I don't know. But they released a driver like a couple days after putting in the order for this.
Mine was actually broken. I don't remember where I put it, but we, somewhere on recording, have the clear, like...
Yeah. So I'm gonna reach back out to Height and be like, "Hey, I need a return label to ship this back to you. I'm sorry. Like, NVIDIA fucked
found
up."
out it wouldn't get... Where is
Yeah.
mine? Oh, it's probably in my closet, but yeah, we have on footage where there's a clear crease right across all the cables.
Oh yeah.
Where is my tracking link? I'm gonna go check the tracking on this, because if it's delivered, I'm driving my ass over there. They're out of town. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, pro tip: if you live in an apartment, have it shipped to your parents.
Yeah.
I get tired of my packages being stolen.
But yeah, so
Also,
we were talking about different games that we were playing. So I finally figured out why I love Sleeping Dogs so much.
it's a good game.
It
That's
is
all you gotta say.
It is
That's all
a
you gotta
great
say.
game, but it
It's a
has
good
the
game.
exact same combat flow as Batman Arkham, Spider-Man, and
God, Arkham was great.
I know, right?
Where
And
are you sitting?
Shadow.
Oh, fuck
Shadow.
yeah!
Oh, it was
It's in
delivered?
Irving.
Oh, nice.
It's in Irving.
Irving, California,
Which means
for everyone who doesn't know. Yes,
No.
it is in
No.
Irving, California.
No,
Stop
actually,
doxing yourself,
hey,
sir.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell people that I live in DFW. They don't know where the fuck that's at. Have you seen the size of DFW? Yeah.
Fair point.
Fuck you, Massachusetts. We're bigger.
Fuck you,
Okay,
Tyler.
so no, that's not a
With your
play,
10
Tyler.
games on 10 years.
That's a call out to an old friend of mine, Grant. He was in San Antonio, and he's like, "Hey, I'm in Texas. Let's come hang out." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, where are you at?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm just in San Antonio. That's not too far, is it?" And I go,
Laughs in 10-hour drive.
"See you in 6 hours." He goes, "What?" And then I send him a photo of DFW with Massachusetts overlaid. The distance from where he lives to Boston is the distance between Fort Worth and Dallas. And he goes, "Oh, fuck." I go, "Yeah, see you in 6 hours." And then never drove because he was leaving the next day.
Yeah. So my brother is actually he started working with the company, and he's going to Carrollton tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
After, I need to know what company.
You already know what company. He works with me.
Mm.
He's going out there to train with you-know-who.
Oh, nice. When's this so I can smack him?
Tomorrow.
He'll be there tomorrow?
Yes. Like
Damn.
he's driving out first thing in the morning. His glorious class starts at noon or 1.
Noon or 1, okay.
Yeah. I was like,
let him know
dude,
to come bug me.
all right. I was like, dude, I would love to fucking drive out to Carrollton. Just go out and have dinner
Oh, wait,
with
if he's coming out here, I can just give him the 3D print and he can take it back to you.
Fuck yeah! Let's do it! I will
that'll be perfect.
get his hotel information for you.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll bug him.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, what did he do before? Nothing?
He worked in a what did he do career-wise?
Yeah.
He worked in a kitchen.
Ah, okay.
He was a cook for like 10, 15 years, something like that.
Damn. Nice. Yeah, that'll be a nice change of career for him. I mean, I don't know how you enjoy it, but
I don't mind it.
I hate y'all's help desk, just by the way.
So do we. It's all order this part, order that
After
part.
the recording, I'll have to tell you someone that I want to fucking strangle the next time I see them.
All right. Well, we are actually looking at just over an hour, so we can go ahead and start calling.
Yeah,
it.
I mean, yeah. Well, let's call it here. Ryan's gone, so
Yeah, fuck that guy. But everyone, this has been the Joystick Junkies, episode 24, and that was Kyle burping.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I drank all of my water. I'm a little parched. Ow, fuck. Headphones. That was loud.
Y'all have a good one, guys, and I hope you have a good day.
Bye. Have a good time.
God,
The stop button.
that's fucking great.
Okay, I'm stopping recording.
Is the episode over? They got up and walked away. I'm just gonna... Well, they're gonna cut it out when we release it. I'm gonna just end my recording.